Sam.
Hit it. Well done.
Sammy! Sam! Sweet! White Sim! You're in! Right up!
Let's go!
Lucky Sam!
Lucky that goal!
Welcome!
Brett!
Fucking hell, lads! On the front, Sam!
Time!
Area!
Head it! Okay.
Right, Robbie! Organised! On the pitch, Rob!
Get up,
Oh, Rob, that's brave, yeah. Fucking hell, Rob. Right, coming down! Come on! What equality? Yeah, are we happy with that? Sammy! Tighter.
Go, Liam!
Watson! Get at him! Big
Squeeze!
What about the foul? No, Rob! Get up there! Come on, Robert! Fucking back, bro, Sam! Fucking hell, Sam! Oh, Sam! on! Get on, Tidway!
Yeah, do it. Get out of the ball!
Pass the ball! Get there, Frank! Stand up! Stand up! Switch us on now! Don't take chances, come on!
We go down the yard, Stratford.
Come on! Open up, Gus! Open up, Gus! Johnny!
Oh, punch, Isaac!
Enemy! Two! Get up, Gus! No filter, Gus! Slow down!
Come on, Effie.
Get here!
My head!
Tell them where Robin
Leon! Find her! Robbie's the out ball!
No fouls, go on!
Well done! Kick on it!
Seaside.
Oh! Nelson again! Trouble! Go with him! He's in the box! He's in the box! Come on! Isaac, up the ball! Up pass! Come on, Nate!
Return shells. Lovely goal, Jerry Alston. Beautiful.
Come on, hey!
Take this up! Sammy! Again, Stratford, come on! Don't drop deep! Get off!
Shells on your go, Scott, go on! Go on, Sim!
Robbie.
Meets with him! He's got the four! Garvey! The four! Red!
Far post, Isaac! Not too early!
Then Joey!
Come on in now, Darcy. Get central.
Go! Get out here, Will, go! Get out here, Will, go!
Joey, sit!
Garvey, sit! Garvey, sit!
Isaac, let's go, Isaac, go!
Great ball, guards. Great defending, to be fair to them.
Look!
Good decision. That's you!
No fouls! Get there! Forward! Forwards, running! Go! Outside!
Far post, Luke! Far post, Luke!
Great ball, that is.
With him, Sim!
Go on, Simeon.
Sim, you gotta do
David, welcome back to SNTTV. I've unfortunately missed a few games. I've been away on holiday, but it's nice to be back today, and there's a real buzz around the place, especially from my perspective, because we've been scoring some goals, and it was an exciting prospect going into today's game. Blustery, hot conditions, finished 2-2, perhaps frustratingly. What's your overall view on the game?
We should have won the game. We had enough chances to do so. We've had 10 shots from inside the penalty area, from between the penalty spot and the goal, and that's enough to win a game of football, and we restricted them to 2. Football throws up some chance things sometimes, and you sometimes have mistakes that cost. I think the first goal was a mistake, and that's put us on the back foot, and goals change games sometimes. So from that point we were chasing a game that we should have been in control of. I'm fairly convinced we score first, we win the game. But you know, mistakes are part of football, and we shouldn't have made it, and that's I think kind of set the tone for what then unfolded.
So you're critical of the way we lost the ball in the middle of the park that led on to the foul and the free kick, and then the free kick itself. So it's a series of errors, isn't it, that's led to it?
Yep. We should have dealt with it. We should have dealt with it much better.
But the guys did respond, and we've come back twice today. So that shows the spirit and the endeavour of the team, and certainly young Tom Meacham has proved to everyone he's ready for this level, and he arrives and he scores goals, doesn't he?
He's done remarkably well. I don't know how many goals that is now. Is it 8 goals?
8 in 5
games, which is fantastic, and he'll keep getting them. When we watched Tom last season, when we spoke to the people at Godmanchester who told us about him and about his personality, they said, you know, he will get goals at any level, and they're proving right at the moment, and good for us. Hope that continues.
And young Mr Hawkins, he went through on goal a few times today, but he just didn't have his shooting boots on, shall we say? Yeah,
I don't think Ryan played as well as he has done in the other matches today, and obviously we took him off after about 60 minutes or so. Ryan's a really good player. He's a really good young prospect and has been delivering, and is a bit of a miss when he doesn't play well, because when he does play well, he stretches teams out, he gets in behind, he's direct, and he's got good quality. He probably didn't do that as well as he had done today, but that's to be expected. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if next week he's our best player.
So just analysing today's game in a little bit of detail, how would you say Stratford fared today, and what was their style of play?
Well, the first half, it's difficult to tell, because most of the time they had the ball, they just kicked it back to us, didn't they? They had the wind first half, and the wind was a bit of a problem today, because if you notice how far their keeper was kicking in the first half compared to the second, that gives you an idea of the strength of the wind. But the first half we were against the wind, and I actually thought we played quite well in the first half.
Yeah.
Should have been in the lead, had a couple of 3 good chances in the first half, and literally restricted them to kind of 1 shot on the turn inside our box. Pretty much the rest of the time the ball went in our box, it was just rolling through to our goalkeeper who was picking it up. Second half they had a little bit more of the ball on the counter attack, and we've got to be better at defending that big long diagonal ball that they played quite a lot.
They had a brilliant one in the second half.
Yeah,
where they broke, didn't they, from a corner
that's
situation?
Yeah, that's it. They did, and that long diagonal ball, the long ball, is worked well for them at times today. But I think at that point goals change games. Statistically today, we should have won the game.
Yes.
But we, when we're behind, and then we're behind again, we started to chase the game a little bit and go off our game plan and method a little bit, and then that invites the other team on a little bit too much, and that's what kind of happened.
So our strategy for the game today is trying to get that ball into effective areas to produce crosses, and obviously the likes of Tom can finish from pretty much any given opportunity, can't he? So just try and educate us and the fans a little bit as to how we set out and play our football.
Well, we set out to try and be positive and to score goals, and we set out that attack is the best form of defence, and that if we're putting crosses in down their end, then we're likely to let less goals in down our end. It's that simple. And we try to play to our strengths. We've got 2 forwards on the pitch who started today. We've got Remy Gordon, who's normally with us, Nathan Frater, who played wide right. We've got Drew Roberts to come back in as well. We've got Cisse on the bench, who are all quick and pretty much will beat most people in a race.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to see them racing people. We want to see them. We want to see our wide men running at people and getting crosses in. We want to see our forwards running behind centre halves and giving them a race. We don't want to see Tom Meacham standing there trying to head a ball against a big 6'5" centre half. We want to see Meacham spinning and getting in little holes and pockets so that when the ball comes in the box he can have a shot, and he does it well.
So to get this passage of play underway, we've got to get the ball forwards, and there's no point passing it side to side, side to side. The opposition will just reset their formation. You lose the initiative, don't you? So you've got to spring quickly, haven't you?
Well, we're counter-attacking. We try to play counter-attacking football. We try and get the ball forward with as much quality as we can, as quickly as we can. You know, it's not rocket science. And when we do it well, we do it very well. We've scored a lot of goals this season, but when we don't do it very well, then we lack quality, then it can look a bit ugly. Today was difficult in the first half because the wind was just grabbing hold of everything, but then that's the same thing as you said with, like, if you pass it side to side. You know, if that's your style of football and you pass it side to side and you don't execute that particularly well, you're going to be giving the ball away a lot. You're going to be giving the ball away a lot in your own half, outside your box, and everyone's going to be moaning about poor, sloppy, quality passes. So any style doesn't look right when it's not executed right. Absolutely. And every style looks good when it's executed properly. It's that simple.
So we've seen some good examples of that, of your method today, and we have affected the game, and they've been on the back foot. And we had a spell in the first half, I think it was about a minute long, where they blocked, and
I think it was 6 ways of attack.
6 ways of attack, wasn't it? All in one sort of 1 minute passage. It was nuts, and they're clearing it off the line.
We should have scored that. We probably, another day, if obviously the passage stops when you score, obviously, but in another day, 3 of them would have gone in.
In separate
occasions. So it's just one of them things. I mean, saying that, they had a chance at the end when they put a cross in behind us. That just that Tom Ward defended really well. So but goals change games, and as I said, statistically, it was one-way traffic pretty much. But you got to score the goal. If we'd have scored the goal first, I think we'd comfortably won that football match.
So 5 matches into the season now, they've come thick and fast, but how do you feel about the progress so far?
Pre-season, I wasn't happy with the fact that we were not as ready as what we should be, through no fault of our own, to unavailability, injury and different things, and I'm fairly confident that because of the facility that we've got here, so we're able to train properly, and because of the coaching staff we've got here, we've got 5 UEFA A licences here. Some of them are the best coaches I've ever seen. So because of that, we'll get better. I've said to the chairman, if we're in the top 8 or 9 after 2 months, then we've done well, considering who we've got missing and the level of opposition we played. First couple of months we're playing Poole, we're playing we played Poole, played Weymouth away, longest trip of the season, Bideford away. Who's the other one the other day? Leamington, who just got relegated. So we've had tough start. Another manager said to me the other day, "You got a really tough start, haven't you?" And I said, "Yeah, we'll be in the top 8 or 9 after the first couple of months. Then great."
So looking ahead to next weekend, bank holiday weekend, 2 big games as ever, but some miles to cover first. Weymouth away, and then we've got Biggleswade at home, haven't we? What's your thoughts going into that? 2 training sessions before.
Well, that's good this week. We've got 2 training sessions. We need to do a little bit of work on a few things, and hopefully we'll start seeing them implemented in the next two and however many games we've got left. You know, that's the purpose of it. It's about getting better. You know, it's very easy to come into a football team and a football club and make a marked difference straight away, and I think that probably we're at about 70% at the moment of where we want to be. The difference and the key and the trick and the knowledge is being able to make that 70%, 71% and 72 and 73 and 74, and that's what we've got to do. And we've got to find little percentages all over the place, and we've found some already this season, which is good, and we just need to keep finding them. We've got 40 weeks to do that, or 35 weeks left to do that, so we'll do it.
Excellent. All right, David, look forward to catching up with you on Bank Holiday Monday.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.